Scott David here, reporting for Alex Jones at Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. Today we're going to talk about climate change. Have you noticed how since just a few years ago, the whole global warming scare has changed its name and is now referred to as climate change? What's that all about? What many people today are not aware of is that back in the 1970s, before the global warming alarm began, there was a global cooling alarm. That's right, the mainstream media, scientists, and our government, etc., were all warning the public that we are headed into another ice age. Even Time magazine on its April 1977 cover had the heading, "How to Survive the Coming Ice Age." In the first place, no one knows what caused the ice age of the past, so how could anyone possibly predict a future one? Since no one can, of course the prediction turned out to be completely wrong, and it did not happen. That's not to mention how it was completely fabricated from the outset anyways. So what could be the motivation for them to attempt to scare the public into believing that the entire globe is either going to freeze due to global cooling or is about to burn up due to global warming unless we do something to prevent it? To find the answer, let's look at the common denominator between global warming and global cooling. And what is that? Well, it's the word global, of course. If you don't know it by now, let me make you aware of the fact that the most powerful political and wealthy people in the world have an agenda to create a global government, commonly referred to as the New World Order. In order to accomplish their long-term goals, they need to create global crises in order to get the good citizens of the world, like you and me, to go along with the global laws they intend to pass that will appear to alleviate the false crises they create. But in reality, they will only impose more taxation and oppression on the people while simultaneously increasing the size and power of the government to encompass the entire globe. If they accomplish this, all individual national sovereignty will be abolished. There will be no more United States Constitution, nor a constitution of any nation to protect the individual person such as you and me. Rather than being innocent until proven guilty, we will be deemed guilty unless proven innocent of abiding by every ungodly whim of the tyrannical global government. Are we going to let this happen on our watch, or are we going to wake up, think critically, and realize that just because the media and politicians and the educational system and the majority of people keep repeating the same lies, that does not make them true? All the global cooling, global warming propaganda is merely one example of how these powerful people behind the scenes are having great success toward accomplishing their goals. In 1977, after Time magazine had published its issue claiming an ice age is coming, if anyone said, "There's no ice age coming," he'd be scoffed at. Today, for one to say, "There's no global warming occurring due to human behavior," incurs the same result. This is what they want. They want us to be intimidated and afraid of ridicule. They don't want you thinking critically or questioning authority. They want you to just believe whatever they tell you. That's what they want from us. But they're not getting that from me. And I hope I'm persuading you in the same direction. To sum it up, they began with global cooling propaganda, which didn't last long because the weather across the globe did not get colder. So then they switched to global warming propaganda. But since it's now coming out that the weather is actually cooling in many areas, they changed the alarm again to its current foolproof title of climate change. That way, no matter if the weather is hot, cold, calm, sunny, windy, or rainy, they will have the people believing that the government needs to step in to impose new laws and taxes on the people to somehow supposedly prevent the climate from changing as it has throughout the entire history of the world. And the people are going along with it. So what's the solution? Do what Alex and I and many others are doing. That is, informing people. Most people are merely ignorant and don't know these things until someone points them out to them. All right, we're taking this to the streets. We're going to ask people what they have to say about global warming. So let's see if we can talk to this lady over here. Cool.
saying no.
Scott David here, reporting for Alex Jones at Infowars.com, and I'm here with
Angelica.
Okay, thank you. So just wanted your opinion on global warming. Do you think global warming is actually occurring and the entire globe is heating up?
Yes, I do. Although I'm not completely informed on it, from what I hear on the news and on commercials and different radio programs, I do know it's
Are you familiar with Alex Jones and Infowars.com?
no.
Okay. Just be sure to check that out because I think Infowars.com. I'm sure you'll find it interesting, and there's a lot of amazing information on the site that you can.
And you're from Infowars?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Well,
I have to say high five on that because they said it was causing another ice age back in the 1970s.
yeah.
You knew that?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
very
heard
good.
that.
You're very aware. That's good. And then, have you noticed how recently they changed the name from global warming to climate change?
Yeah.
And so now, no matter if it gets cold or hot or whatever the weather does, they can still claim that climate change needs to be dealt with as though it's some kind of problem with the Earth that we're causing. Do you realize that they've been talking about that for over a decade, saying that the polar ice caps are melting?
Are you recording?
Okay, you're being recorded. So they can tax us by the mile as we drive.
And that's going to stop climate
Supposedly,
control?
yeah. Actually, what they want to do is tax us for driving our cars and put meters on them, and they've already started that in Europe. You guys heard about that?
No, I never heard about that, but that's crazy.
It is crazy. It is. Okay, so since they've been saying it for like over a decade, but the sea level has remained the same, isn't there something?
Yeah, it is something to be questioned. It is.
They're going to do live murders and things like that on TV.
That's going to be the entertainment.
Well,
Just like
I don't know what people
the
think,
Roman
but those...
Empire. They already have them installed in automobiles in Europe.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like as you drive, you see the meter rising for your taxes as you're driving down the road. It's insane.
Yeah.
So this is what they're trying to do. And you know that back in the 1970s, they were saying that we're heading into a new ice age. Have you heard that?
No, I haven't.
Okay, it was the same thing, just like the global warming thing back then. It was called global cooling.
That's really crazy.
Yeah.
You know, that people would let themselves be roped into something like that.
It's insane.
I was in to see if you'd go over there and ask that policeman some questions.
We're just trying to make people aware of this and asking people to check out Infowars.com just to be informed and let the public know because the mainstream media is not covering these stories.
No, yeah, I never heard that before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Yeah.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Okay.
Are you saying it's like a natural occurrence, that this is what's supposed to happen naturally like that?
Check out Infowars.com.
All right, thank you.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to inform people because what they're proposing is taxing us by the mile while we drive our cars. Putting exactly, and that's somehow supposed to stop the climate from changing. It's all scam to tax us for it. They already have installed these meters on automobiles in Europe. Have you heard of that?
No, I haven't. I'm not aware of that.
That is the plan. We just want to inform people.
No, it's good. That's good. That's good because, like I said, I'm not really informed. I just go by off of what I hear on the news and I kind of take their word for it. But it is something that I guess I should inform myself better about. And it's good that you're doing this because otherwise, suckers like me just believe what's being said.
Exactly. That's wonderful. I really appreciate your time. And if you could, just check out Infowars.com. Infowars.com.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Just every American do their part, and that will help. I know Alex Jones is not just all about informing people of vital information, but also about providing solutions. So be sure to check out Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. For Alex Jones, this is Scott David reporting.